Hi everyone, it's Alisa Tilsner and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Today we're going to continue looking at some of the gorgeous designer series paper that is on special during October. So today we are going to be looking at the Forever Greenery designer series paper, and it is just stunning, and the background papers, the papers in it just make it so easy to make really quick and simple cards. So let's have a quick look at the rest of the pack. As you can see, I am chugging through my designer series paper quite nicely. So we'll just have a quick flick. Aren't they just gorgeous? So much green. So if you have someone in your family or a friend who loves the color green, this is definitely one to be making a card for them. Or even if they enjoy being in the garden, it's such a great. And I'll just bring in I've got little bits of this left over, but that's the other side as well, just some stripy paper. So it is stunning. Now you could make this card out of, I'm going to recreate mine exactly, but you could use any of the background pieces for that. So let's get started. It is really simple, so it is not going to take us much time at all. So I'm working with a base of thick Whisper White cardstock, which is 10.5 centimeters by 26 and scored at 13. So as you've probably heard, I'm a little bit odd here in Australia. I use a different card size than the regular card base. Okay, and then I've just got a scrap of Whisper White to do our sentiment on. My beautiful designer series paper background, which is 10 centimeters by 12.5. Not a lot that you have to put with that, it's just gorgeous. And then a little strip of copper foil. So this is 10 centimeters by 2.5. So let's get started with the rest of the elements that we need. So just using the Whisper White. Oh, where am I going to put all this stuff? Now I'm going to use the So Sentimental stamp set, and I'm going to do the Wishing You Much Happiness Today and Always, which is really great. It could be used for a wedding, or it could also be used for birthday, which is what I'm going to be using it for. I send out birthday cards to all my team members, and because I've been making a lot of Christmas cards lately, I'm running low on my birthday cards, so I need to get them all stocked up. So I'm just inking it up in Shaded Spruce, which is one of the matching colours for the designer series paper. And I'm just going to pop that aside, somewhere out of the way. Okay, and I'm going to use the Hippo and Friends dies to cut this out. I've taken this one here, which is part of that one. So it's just the right size, but there's lots of different ones. This actually matches the Hippo and Friends, Hippo Happiness, I think it's called, Hippo Happiness stamp set, but it's also got some really great shapes that you can use to cut out. So I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine, and I'll be using the magnetic plate to do mine. Okay, so we want plates 1 and 2, and then 5, and then pop this down, line her up nice and straight. I might have to stand up for this one actually, so that I know, because that's not straight. There we go, now it's straight. I'm going to leave a little bit of whiter space down the bottom and fill up my top, and then pop a number 3 down and whiz it through. So simple. Fold her up and out of the way. Now I do want to mention one little thing. Because the magnetic plate is a bendy plate, it may get a little bit of a curve in it, but mine's still nice and flat. If you find that you are getting a little bit of a curve, because it is bendy, just bend it back. I usually do this after each session of using it. Not after each run, just after each session, and mine is nice and flat still. Alright, where will I put that? Out of the way. Okay, let's get back to our card, because now I do believe we're ready to assemble. This is a very quick and easy card that you could easily mass produce because of the Designer Series Paper doing all the beautiful work for you. So just using my Stampin' Seal and pop this down. Like I said, super, super, super easy. A little bit of a, whoops, I'm tearing my, it's super strong. All right, let's go slowly. Super, super strong. There we go. Okay, and just going to, normally I have my grid paper, but I don't today. So let me just pop it up just a little bit higher because I need to make sure that I've got enough room there. Okay, so now what I'm going to use is a little bit of the ribbon, and I'm going to have to look this one up because I'm not sure what it's actually called. I do know it's mint macaron, but the great thing is that if you're stuck for finding things out, the holiday catalogue has great glossary at the back. So it's the basket weave and metallic combo ribbon. So I actually had thought I was going to use the copper, which is why I pulled copper into my card here, but I didn't end up using the copper component. So I'm just going to grab a piece that fits about the same length. Give it a little bit of a trim on the angle. This is beautiful ribbon. It's quite thick, which is why I ended up changing my plans of what I wanted to do with it. I'm just going to use some glue dots for this because it is the easiest way to go. And I'm going to fold it in half. I want it this way. I'm going to fold it in half with one of those little, these little areas overlapping a little bit. Okay, and just one more in there. Just to hold it shut. I find it's just so much easier to deal with when we're doing that. Then I'm going to stick it straight onto my card, and I'll be using more of these guys because it really is the best way to adhere ribbon, I think. Just my experience. Okay, and that's just going to go straight down. So rather than, you know, wrap the ribbon around the whole thing and try and tie it in a bow, because it is quite a thick, it's a soft ribbon, but it is quite a thick ribbon this way. It's thick this way, but it's also quite thick this way, so it could be quite bulky. Okay, so now I'm going to pop on some dimensionals for my sentiment, and I'm only going to pop them up the top and at the bottom. And this is because I don't want dimensionals being stuck to the ribbon because it will sit unevenly. So just pull them off. And we are nearly done. Look at that, straight over the top. Make sure you're lined up nice and straight. And then I was thinking, oh, well, you know, we need some bling. Of course, we've got to have bling with everything, don't we? So I thought that the champagne rhinestones work really, really nicely with the copper. So I'm just going to pop a few of these guys down and we are done. So if you are like me and you're lacking on birthday cards because you've switched over to Christmas, so easy, so quick and easy. And the other great thing is if you're using this paper, you just chop it up and use it as your background and away you go. In fact, you could probably use any Designer Series paper for this quick and simple card. So there we go, we are done, and it was very quick, under 9 minutes. And so thank you very much for watching, and if you have enjoyed, you know the drill, like, subscribe, share if you want. If you've got friends who are crafty, who you think might like my videos as well, I would love for you to do that. Okay, we will see you again soon. Bye.